Hello and welcome! Now, for those of you who already know me, this won't come as a shock, but I love LEGO Ninjago. Maybe to the point where it's an obsession, but that's neither here nor there. And I'm going to be displaying that love for this childhood favourite of mine through my artwork. Now, we're going to be going through the original 4 Ninja today. If you'd like to see other characters, make sure to drop that in a comment below. And I'm going to be talking about my thoughts, my feelings, and showing that along with the speed paint. So let's start with the original leader, Cole. Okay, so we're starting off with Cole. Now, you'll notice throughout the video I'm using the Dragon's Rising suit, specifically from the newest season, the Tournament of the Sources. I have my own thoughts and feelings on that season if people would like to hear them in a later video, but for now we're just focusing on the characters themselves. Now, Cole is my second favourite character out of the entirety of Ninjago, including Dragon's Rising. And that might not be the most popular opinions, just because I've seen a fair few comments where people think Cole doesn't have much of a personality. I disagree on that point fully. I think he's just a chill guy. He's a chill guy who loves cake. And I think we can all relate to that a little bit. Okay, moving on. Cole, like I said earlier, was actually the group's original leader, which not too many people seem to know that, because I've seen comments where people think it was Kai. I can understand that because the 2 pilots, which, oh my god, love them, and the original season 1, focus primarily on Kai, although we do get to see a bit more of a balance compared to later seasons. But there is a bit of a Mandela effect, I guess. People thinking Kai is the leader when it was actually Cole. And you do get to see that like leadership element of him shine through in a few of the later seasons, especially Shintaro. Which, can we talk about for a second how it took my boy Cole over 10 seasons to finally get his own like focus one? I know he got like the Day of the Departed special, but frankly I don't think that's enough to give my boy justice. Oh my god. But we got to see how caring he is and how much love he has for like his parents, especially his mother, who unfortunately passed away. And you see how he sticks to his morals, not just in honor of his mother, but because that's something that are like incredibly dear to him. And I just love that so much about his character. Now, we see here now the finished drawing. Ooh. This was actually the first one I did, hence why it's the first speed paint. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Moving on to the next character. Okay, now we're moving on to Zane, who's my favourite character throughout all of Ninjago. Shocker to no one. I love that silly little ninja with my entire bloody heart. Now, Zane's character is one that I've always found interesting from the moment like the whole robot reveal was. Little Rain was flawed. I didn't know what to do with myself when I found out Zane was an android. I was in tears. I was inconsolable. But I both love and hate the reveal. I love the reveal for what it was, but I hate how the writers handled him afterwards. And you can really tell in the later seasons that they've stopped treating like Zane like a person, and they're really leaning into the Nindroid thing, and I don't love that. I liked how they went about his character in the Oni trilogy, because they started leaning more into like, oh, Zane's actually got a personality outside being a bloody robot. But after the Oni trilogy, they kind of just dropped that and started leaning into the whole, yeah, no, he's an android, we're sticking to that. But when you do get to see his personality shine through, like, oh, here's some oh my god. Here's some analytics, here's some numbers, yada yada yada. But I love when we get to see him ramble on about stuff he loves. I very much identify with that bit of him, if you couldn't tell by this video. But I love seeing Zayn go on about stuff he's passionate about. That little scene when he's talking to Cole and Dragons Rising about like oh, you know, I almost got their productivity up by 10%. I could have gotten it higher, but Lloyd and Aaron got me before I could. I love him so much. And Lego, you need to make a plushie of him. Please, please. Take my credit card, take all my money. I need a plushie of him. Why have you made one of Sora and not Zayn? What is this? That has been my piece. And here's the actual art piece of Zayn. Now after him, we're going to be moving on to a fan favorite, Kai. Now, Kai is a bit of a weird one for me, I'll admit. I didn't actually like him all that much in the early seasons, which don't come for me. Don't come for me. I know there's a lot of very passionate Kai fans. I don't think he should have been the Green Ninja, because that would have ruined his development later on. Because Kai, when we first see him, is very arrogant. He is very self-absorbed, and there is a lot of room for growth, and we do get to see that, and I think it really pays off. But if Kai had become the Green Ninja, I'm sorry, he would have been a horrible character. And I will die on that hill. You can come for me in the comments, actually. We can have a little argument. We can have a little debate. It'll be fun. But I love who Kai becomes in Dragons Rising. But to be fair, we see this in other seasons as well. Kai has very, like, almost like paternal instinct with younger characters, where he takes them under his wing. Maybe the starring day. Oh my god. But we get to see him be a very, like, caring mentor type, which I think he fits that role amazingly, because he was the first character we really got to see in Ninjago, and seeing him take the next generation of heroes under his wing is just so satisfying. And I love his relationship with Wildfire. It's very like father-daughter. It's so cute, and I'm very excited to see where Kai's character goes in the future. But I'm sorry, I just didn't like him originally. I don't know, it was something about his character. He just irked me. He irked me. Not as much as Sensei Wu, which that will get a video like for itself, because my hatred for that man, it needs a full at least like 10 minutes, and it will just be 10 minutes of me rambling. Speaking of me rambling, here's the Kai drawing. I hope you guys like it, and now let's move on to our final ninja. Okay, so we're finally moving on to our final ninja, Jay. Now, you'll notice that I've stuck to the Tournament of the Sorcerer's Suits, and I'll be entirely honest with you all, I didn't realise until I got to Jay that, hold on, he doesn't actually have a suit for this. And I know the whole evil reveal for him, I didn't like it. I don't like Evil Jay. To be fair, at the original 4 Ninja, Jay isn't exactly my favourite. I've never been particularly fond of him, but even I was like, come on, why are we doing this with this character? So I thought for the Jay fans, I would draw him with a Tournament of the Sorcerer's suit like the other 4, so we could see what a normal Jay would have looked like in this season. But when it comes to his character overall, I think it was kind of fumbled a little in like season 3, and from there it kind of just went down. He's pivoted a bit up sometimes. He's very like up and down for me, where like some seasons I'll love him, I think he's funny, but others I could do without him being in it, if I'm being completely real. Yeah, I didn't love him in season 3. I thought the whole love triangle plot was forced. I know they were trying to create like, oh, Ross, Rachel, and Joey thing. That kind of like thing, like, oh, will they, won't they? Will she get with this one, or will she get with the other? But can we talk about the whole, like Nia going, oh, I think like Jay's really funny and all of that. But Cole's not Jay. What do you mean? What do you mean? I always thought the love triangle plot was really weird. It did a disservice to all three characters involved. But here we have Jay, final product. I think he looks really cool in the Tournament of Sources suit, and I'm really upset we never got to see him like in an official version. Hopefully we'll get good Jay back later in Dragon's Rising. Fingers crossed. But yeah! Okay, I want to thank you guys for sticking around until the end of the video. Let me know down in the comments if you'd like to see any more Ninjago related content or maybe some other stuff. I'm open to ideas. And again, thank you! Yay! The video's over! What are you doing here? Go! Go watch something else. Go! Bye! Bye-bye!